Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Also, welcome if you are new. We are getting some much needed deep cleaning done around the house. I'm tackling some of the areas that I have been way putting off but was in desperate need of some cleaning, along just with some regular day-to-day life in here. So if you guys have a lot on your to-do list, or maybe this will help give you some ideas of areas in your house you have been forgetting, this is definitely a video to get you motivated. I'm going to be starting off in the kids' bathroom, and I wanted to share a great multi-purpose cleaner that you can use all over your bathroom. It works really, really well, and it's super simple. I am literally doing just half water and half vinegar with some Dawn dish soap, probably about a fourth of a cup in this big bottle of Dawn dish soap, probably even less than that, probably more like an eighth of a cup. And this works great. You spray it on everything, let it sit. The vinegar is great at breaking up soap scum and anything like that. And then the Dawn dish soap, really breaks through everything. So, like I said, 50-50 on vinegar and water, and then about an eighth of a cup of Dawn dish soap. You guys know me. I'm not great with recipes. I just kind of wing it till it looks right. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic week so far. I am so glad it's Friday. I am ready for the weekend. And yeah, I just am definitely at a point where I am ready for a break today. So hopefully you guys are feeling the same and are ready to enjoy the weekend. But so I am starting in the shower. So like I said, this is great to spray on and just let sit. And knowing that the shower is one area that is prone to calcium or sometimes mold or mildew, soap scum, anything like that, I am just thoroughly spraying this down and then letting it sit. So I'm just walking away and working on other areas of the bathroom that need just a little bit of attention. Now, I always say this, I really recommend dry dusting everything before you wipe it down with any of your wet products. It makes a big difference to get all that up, especially in a bathroom. I know in the bathroom, especially in ours, usually half the time all the dust is the little toilet paper particles that literally fly everywhere, I swear. Things are always dusty from just that alone. So doing a dry dust on everything before wet dusting it makes it a lot easier and much more efficient cleaning situation. I did notice some of the little knickknacks we had on the kids' shelves were super dusty, and these ones that are very textured, I just spray them down with water. It works the best. Trying to wipe them down with a cloth is never going to get it as clean as I truly want it.
Standing on the porch in the night, thinking how we used to be way back in time. Barefoot on the grass, open skies, I can feel it every time I close my eyes.
It's also not a bad idea, especially with baseboards or round toilets, to go in with a vacuum cleaner to get it nice and clean, especially on the baseboards. So I brought this in. The bathroom gets clean, the floors on a regular basis, but the full-size vacuum and everything just doesn't fit on the side of this toilet well. So coming in with just the little handheld one makes it much easier. And I'm just using that exact same spray on the toilet as well as the walls, the baseboards, and the floors. Because if you have children, I don't even need to explain myself. You spray it all. Just spray it all. If you're doing a deep cleaning, make sure you get everywhere with whatever product you're using. Also, with cleaning bathrooms, the great thing about using this is, if you didn't know, and this is also good for laundry if you have children, vinegar actually breaks down uric acid. So if you're cleaning baby's clothes or your kids had an accident or bedding or anything like that, using vinegar in your wash will actually help with any of the smells as well as in your bathroom. So spraying the toilet area down really well and letting that vinegar sit, it'll break down that uric acid and help with any smells. And often, like, I'll be honest, in my house, I don't feel like my house stinks, but I have kids and I have dogs. And I know we all go nose blind to our own homes. So I like to use products that I know will break down smells, because even though I don't smell it, I'm sure any family or guests that come by do, and I try to avoid any unpleasant scents in our home. So I left this part in here because this is real life. Not everything works out exactly how you have planned. I really wanted to steam clean in here. So really just get everything really steamed, the drains, everything. So I brought out my steamer to let it start preheating everything and being ready for me to use it. However, and I'm not sure why, it kept tripping the breaker, and after it tripping the breaker twice, I just gave up. So you'll see me set this up, but you will not see me use this because I was getting so frustrated every time the breaker tripped that I finally was like, okay, you know what? We're not going to do this. And I ended up getting out my power scrubber and just scrubbing the floors and everything with that and not using the steam cleaner. But one of these days, I really do want to get in here with a steam cleaner. It's great for, like I said, your drains. Often a lot of smells can build up in the drain, and just the pressure of the steam works really, really well. But also around your toilet, often around the seat of the toilet and all the little creases and crevices, really can harbor a lot of bacteria and bodily fluids, if you know what I mean. And using those power steamers to really clean it out will help with any of those smells as well. So one of these days I will get in here and steam everything really, really well. But like I said, not quite sure why on this day it kept tripping the breakers, and I just was not in the mood to investigate that today. Now, before scrubbing down the shower, I am going in and quickly spraying it down again, just because after you let it sit for a while, a lot of it can dry. So I just wanted to re-wet everything, re-spray it down, and then, like I said, use my power scrubber to really scrub everything really well. This bathtub, though, and shower does not get too bad, because the only people that use it are the boys, and I don't know, it just does not get that bad. So I actually only come in here about once a month to give it a really thorough cleaning like this, and it never takes too long. But I love this scrubber because, one, I am short. You guys know this. Me being barely 5'3", it can be difficult to get certain areas. So often using tools with extension handles or anything like that definitely makes my job a whole lot easier. Plus, this just always does a really good job breaking everything up. You'll see just on the base of the tub and everything. Plus, then you're not reaching in nearly as far when scrubbing out the base of it, because sometimes that can be the worst thing about scrubbing out a bathtub, is having to reach down inside to get it all clean. I also highly recommend, if you do not have a shower head with a handheld piece, highly recommend getting one. Nowadays, you can get them very affordable. They're super easy to install, but they make cleaning out your shower so much easier. I can scrub it all down and then just rinse it with this. I definitely remember there was a time when I didn't have these because they just weren't as common, and the ones you could find were a lot more expensive. And it was very interesting having to use like a pitcher to fill it with water, throw it on the walls, and do that over and over again until you completely rinsed out the shower. This definitely makes life a whole lot easier. And now that they have become a lot more affordable, Bobby and I pretty much always replace our shower heads when we've moved to make sure that they have these handles. But since I was using that sprayer, I didn't want to go around and quickly dry around the shower. But now I'm going in and cleaning these baseboards and getting them really clean. These are like not super detailed, but there's enough like creases and crevices. I was noticing a lot of dust and dirt buildup that wasn't just cleaning off with the simple dusting that I do on a regular basis. So going in here once again with the scrubber just makes it so quick and so easy that it just makes sense. This was another area though that I was planning on using the steamer, but yeah, sometimes we got to pivot. There's nothing wrong with pivoting sometimes and making it fit for what you're doing.
So your tears been running like a waterfall. Thought the stars would never let you down. And you keep on thinking you could save yourself. But that's love, that's just love. You should know some things will hurt, and you'll end up getting burned. I just hope that you...
So I would love to hear what you guys have planned for Thanksgiving. This weekend, I am actually going to be writing out the menu for Thanksgiving. I'd messaged my mom and aunt actually today asking what they wanted to bring to Thanksgiving, because my thought was I'd let them decide what they wanted to bring and then write out the menu around their preferences, since it's a lot easier for me just to make anything since I'm hosting, where with them bringing stuff, I wanted to give them like first dibs on whatever they were bringing. So my mom said she's going to bring the pies as well as the sweet potatoes, and then I know my aunt said she was bringing, what was it, scallop potatoes, an appetizer, and I think that was it. Yes, I don't remember. I'd have to look. But this is why I need to write it down and then talk to everyone and be like, okay, what are your must-haves for Thanksgiving? In our family, Bobby and the boys, and well, Bobby and all the kids, I'm not a huge fan of the cranberry sauce. Well, any cranberry sauce. I think it's just cranberries in general I'm not a huge fan of. However, my kids and husband insist on having cranberry jello, so the cranberry in the can, they absolutely love that. Another one is corn. My husband always wants corn on Thanksgiving, so I'm just gonna have to sit down, make out the menu of what is going with the turkey for Thanksgiving this year.
You have to move on. Deal with your broken heart. You have to move on. Deal with your broken heart. No matter what you think, you'll never ever get enough of love.
So this vinyl flooring is a little bit more textured. It's that more like real feel vinyl, which is nice because it always looks really, really pretty. But it does like to collect dirt and stuff in those crevices. So going in with that vinegar, water, Dawn mixture and the scrubber is just a really nice deep clean for these floors that does not happen on a regular basis. Like realistically 2, maybe 3 times a year, but most of the time 2 times a year is all that it gets done. And then to make sure everything gets picked up, I'm just going in with the rapid wash and using this. You will notice that I have to empty it multiple times, but that's because it is picking up the suds. So it senses that the dirty water tank is full a lot sooner than it actually is because of that. But this works great for getting everything cleaned up, rinsed up off the floor so you don't have any of that slick, slippery buildup from the Dawn dish soap. Because if you use too much Dawn, it can definitely make your floors really, really slick.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you.
Now that the bathroom was done, I knew I wanted to get that done right away in the morning. Plus it's pretty easy because with Freya being in bed, the boys are at school. Bobby is often up before me. Well, not before me. So our schedules have changed a lot since having Athena. Usually I was always the one up that took Bjorn to school, made sure Xander got off to school, everything like that. After having Athena, her feeding schedule lines up right with Bjorn's going to school. So Bobby has been, for the most part, taking Bjorn to school ever since Athena's been born. But then he'll often come home and climb back into bed and fall asleep, which I do not mind. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that would drive me crazy. But honestly, I enjoy being able to get stuff done in a quiet house. So if Freya's still sleeping, usually Athena goes back to sleep after that first feeding in the morning. That's not usually her awake time. It's usually that second feeding that then she'll be up for like 2 hours or something. So it allows me that time to really like tackle something on my to-do list. So I enjoy the quiet mornings. I'm actually will look forward to once Athena's feedings kind of change out and I can take the kids to school and everything and really take advantage of my mornings. You guys know me. I love getting up, taking the kids to school, having my cup of coffee, watching TV, and then getting stuff done. But those hour or two in the morning of quiet to myself is a time that I actually really look forward to. So that's why I did the bathroom first. Freya was in bed, Athena was sleeping, Bobby was sleeping, so I was able to get it done just all by myself, no distractions, and it was really, really nice. But at this point, obviously Bobby's up and everything, so I wanted to go in the room and give this a really good cleaning and a really good dusting. You're gonna see the Swiffer after I am done dusting. It was so dirty, and I dust our room on a regular basis. But there's certain areas that you may not think about. The windowsills, that's an easy area to forget about. Top of door frames. If you have not dusted the top of your door frame recently, I highly recommend it. It's so easy to forget, but can collect so much dirt and grime. So I was just trying to hit, like I said earlier in the video, all the areas we forget about. There's often those little sneaky areas you just don't think about, but when you finally get in there and get them done, it's always so satisfying.
They kind of tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will.
Now, mind you, this Swiffer was completely clean, brand new, and you can see how dirty it was just hitting those couple areas in the room. But the next area I'm tackling is the doors. This is another area that I often forget about and don't get to. My doors I actually don't get to as often as even my walls. Like, I think about cleaning my walls more often than my doors, and I know that sounds crazy, but I do. So I'm going in with the Zepp foaming spray. It's says wall cleaner when you buy it, but I love using this on everything, like not windows, but like windowsills, doors, furniture. I'm not a type that I'm going to grab multiple cleaning products if I don't need to. So knowing that I was going in and cleaning the doors and stuff, I was using this on the doors, on the nightstands, everything, just to get everything a really good cleaning. But making sure you dust down the doors before, once again, using any wet products makes a huge difference. So get yourself out a Swiffer, do a quick little dust on everything before giving it a good scrub, and it's going to make your life a million times easier.
Is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us. Still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
And then always like to, one, make sure my air filter is fresh when I do this, but then also going in and spraying a linen spray on the bed always just makes the room feel so much better. But one thing you guys often don't see, so whenever I use my rapid wash, I shouldn't say whenever, I don't always do this like in the kitchen and stuff, but when it comes to the bedrooms, I often will send in the robot vacuum first. I like to have it go in, and the robot vacuum I use is a vacuum and mop. I know that's a pretty common feature in the robot vacuums nowadays, but I love to have that come in first and do like the first initial cleaning. Plus, I like that it goes under the bed and does all of that, but then I'll come in with this and clean again. It's so nice to do a double mop, but often we don't want to do it because it's so time consuming. So allowing the robot vacuum to come in and do it, and then me come in with this or with a hand mop or anything, I feel like I'm still getting that double mop that is always recommended to do with not as much work. And we're always about efficiency and saving time. So I highly recommend, if you do have a robot vacuum and you're looking to do a little bit more of a thorough deep cleaning, after you do the base cleaning, turn it on, go take a break. It's a great excuse to take a break. I know I will often turn that on and then go deal with the baby, make lunch, whatever I need to do, and then come back. And it's kind of like that perfect timer that once the robot's done, then I can come back and finish my task. And you're also getting that double mop in, which makes a huge difference on how clean your floors truly get.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help.
So if you guys saw, what was it, Tuesday's video, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes these videos start to run together and I forget when I said or showed something, but I'm pretty sure it was in Tuesday's video. I was cleaning the baseboards because the kids, I said chocolate milk season. I meant hot chocolate season. They had spilt some hot chocolate and they had cleaned it up. It was obvious they had cleaned it up, but there was still splatter on the baseboards underneath the cabinets. So I was cleaning up under there. And with that, I had noticed how dirty under the fridge was. So today was the day that I was going to go in and clean the fridge. And I am very glad I did, because the hair that I found under the fridge, gross. But also getting the top of the fridge, which is very difficult for me to completely clean the top of the fridge. Usually I will wipe it down, but the issue is I can't reach all the way back, especially when it is in place. So I wanted to take advantage of getting the fridge area completely clean. This is another thing that does not happen on a regular basis, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to pull out the fridge, clean behind it, clean underneath it, do all the things. But once it is done, it feels so much better. Plus, I know for the longevity of your appliances, this really does make a huge difference to get in there, especially if you have animals, because the dog hair, cat hair, dander, any of that stuff connecting to the vents and things like that can hurt your appliances in the long run. So I know it's important, but I definitely don't do this more than a couple times a year. But it's very satisfying when it is done, and I always feel like I've accomplished something huge.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever.
So I'm going in with a product that I don't think I have ever used before, but I have been wanting to try it, and it is the Thieves Powder Scrub. It's like that Barkeeper's Friend powder, but in the Thieves Cleaner. So I'm trying this out today, and I have to say, I really liked it. So I had gotten this from Young Living, just wanted to, like I said, give it a try, and it definitely worked so well. I love giving my sink a really good scrub. It gets a scrub like this at least once a day. I try and go in and give it a really thorough cleaning. One, I just enjoy cleaning out my sink. I love the look and smell of a really clean sink. And yes, smell, because your sink can harbor a lot of stanky smells in it. So doing this, so I always really like the look of it, but I like trying different products and everything. So this is something that if you were wondering about it, it definitely works really, really well. The only thing is with any of the cream cleansers or powdered cleansers, if you're going to use it, make sure you rinse out the sink really, really well. And often I have to rinse it out twice because I'll rinse it, think I got it all, come back after it's dried, and I definitely did not get it all. So definitely keep with that, pay attention. Usually you might have to do a double rinse to get it completely clean.
Cold as a bucket of ice. I've been trapped like curious mice, and I've been looking for a way out into the sparkling light. I've been a lost balloon in the blue, and like Tom free falling without a clue. I didn't know what to do until I first saw you, and now I never have to freeze under rainy clouds. No need to pour no gasoline into the fire now. For all that.
Also, if I could make one recommendation for an area to make sure you clean in your kitchen at least once a week, it is the backsplash and range hood by your stove. I'm not saying clean your entire backsplash every single week, but at least once a week, I do make sure that I spray down the backsplash, clean the range hood really, really well. The amount of like grease and splatter and random stuff that ends up on that portion of my backsplash is insane. Also, to clean under your cabinets, I feel like it's really easy to forget that like underside because you don't see it, but that gets really, really greasy as well. So couple things to keep in mind when you're cleaning your kitchen that you may be forgetting about. And then I'm using that Thieves Scrub again on the stove. Once again, it worked really, really well on the stove. I also like that it cleaned off pretty well. Often, depending on different products you're using, it can leave like a foggy note to it. So this one I noticed pretty much cleaned up right away. A good little 2 swipes, and it was pretty streak free. So I did really like that. Also, I always enjoy watching these videos back and the photo bombing that happens. You never know if Bobby's going to pop into frame, or in this case, Athena, when my back is turned.
Yeah, the flames are already high all over the world. The world. Let you burn. 'Cause the flames are already high all over the world. We don't need no fuel or fire for our love to burn. 'Cause the flames are already high all over the world.
So this may seem a little bit backwards because I didn't have everything done in the kitchen that I wanted to do yet. Also, look in the background, there's Athena again with Bobby playing with the dog. So cute. Okay, but what I want to do is do this quick mop before doing the fridge, because I knew when I pulled the fridge out, it likes to like collect stuff on the legs and stuff. I don't know. In my head, this made sense. So I wanted to do the floors and then pull out the fridge and clean underneath it and the sides and everything.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they all disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world. 'Cause we got
Also, if you're new here and still watching and you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would subscribe. Also, if you haven't liked this video yet, please like this video. You guys liking, commenting, sharing my videos is a huge help to my channel. And it helps tell YouTube and the algorithm that you are enjoying today's video. So always a big thanks to everyone that always shares, likes, and comments on my videos. I really appreciate you guys when you do that. But now that I got the fridge pulled out, it really wasn't that bad behind the fridge. I was actually very shocked by how little was behind it. But once you wait and see, once I clean the front of the fridge, you will know where all the hair was hiding. I was kind of disgusted by what I was able to pull out, but I first wanted to do the top of the fridge. You can see here how far I can reach when the fridge is pulled in by the major line of dust. So when the fridge is pushed all the way back, I cannot reach the back of the fridge. It is impossible. My arms do not reach that far. So this was a great opportunity to get in here and clean the entire top of the fridge. Even here, though, you're going to see I almost like have to climb on the fridge almost to get all the way to the other sides. Short arm problems for sure.
they will disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now.
Now, when I got under to see if it was all clean, I quickly noticed there was still hair under this fridge. So I first tried with the vacuum to get under here, and it did get some of it, but it was not getting all of it. So I ended up just grabbing a butter knife. Don't worry, yes, I cleaned the butter knives after, but look at this. It's a Bailey snake. All that fur that was collected in the front of the refrigerator. So gross, but I am very happy that I got it out. I'm going to need to get, like, I don't even know what type of tool is thin enough to get under this fridge, but I'm going to have to figure out something long and thin to clean out underneath the fridge more often. Maybe an attachment to go onto my vacuum. Not quite sure. But going into the dining room, just doing a quick tidy up. Often things will collect in my dining room when I'm getting other stuff done. So you'll see the vacuum sitting there, the steamer is sitting there. I had gotten some new bedding, which you guys will actually see that coming up very, very soon. I'm actually going to be decorating our bedroom for Christmas coming up very soon. We have been super busy with little DIY crafts for the outside, because if you guys have not seen our outside Christmas display, we go all out inside and outside of our house. I've always enjoyed decorating for the holidays, and Bobby enjoys decorating for the holidays. So he always does a lot outside and I do a lot inside. But with that, we like to be creative. So we've been doing some DIY projects, and it just takes a little bit longer. So yes, it is only November, but it usually takes us a couple weeks to decorate for the holidays. So we like to start in November. So that way we can enjoy it the full month of December.
You know it still hurts a little bit, but not that much. 'Cause if you want somebody else, who am I to judge? I've been thinking about you all the time, but that's alright. I'm starting to get used to it, think I'll survive. I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we were wrong.
I have to say, I was actually very impressed with how much I got done on this day. This is definitely a not regular basis thing to get this much done in one day, as of recently. I know it always depends on what stage of life you guys are in. Before Athena, I could get this much done in a day on a regular basis because I have older boys. Freya is very independent and does a lot of imaginary play on her own, and I was able to get so much done. Well, now with having a newborn, that is not the case. Plus, lack of sleep kind of makes the energy levels not so great. So I was very excited that I was able to get all of this done. And when I have energy like this and cooperating kids, babies, things like that, I try and take advantage of it. It is one thing that's like, okay, I'm like in the mood to get stuff done. The kids are allowing me the opportunity to get stuff done. Let's just take advantage of it, because there is no saying when I will have a day like this again. So that is what I'm doing. Just trying to get all the floors clean, everything around the house, those like lists that have been pushed off for weeks now, tackled, and it just brings down the anxiety and the stress so much. You guys know, and I feel like I'm always saying this, but I feel like it's really, really important, is as someone that deals with anxiety and depression and things like that, even though I don't love cleaning, I love having a clean house and tackling those things on my to-do list. It just makes my mind feel so much more at ease when this stuff is done. So on those days that I can tackle it, I am going all out to get it all done.
I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone. I met you in the
So the family room wasn't too bad. It's the normal stuff. Freya had her toys out, her coloring stuff out, pillows and blankets around, you know, the basics. This is stuff that gets cleaned up on a daily basis. But the big thing I wanted to tackle was the cushions in the family room, because even though I have leather furniture, which by the way, I didn't think I was a fan of leather for the longest time. But when we moved down here, we got leather. I love leather. If you have kids and pets, it is great. I also love upholstery. Don't get me wrong. There's still something about a upholstered couch that is just so cozy and nice. But leather is actually really nice as well. In my head, I always thought leather would be like cold and squeaky. Not the case. And my biggest thing is how easy it is to clean. But the other thing to keep in mind is just because it's leather doesn't mean you don't have to clean. I feel like often that is what people think. I do like to go in here every once in a while with just a multi-purpose cleaner and clean the leather, because it does get dirty. You do have to come in here and actually clean it. It also keeps the leather in better condition if you come in here and actually clean it. So I will come in with a multi-purpose spray on a fairly regular basis. And then about once a month, I come in with a leather conditioner, because you got to think, leather is just skin, so no different than we would want to moisture and lock in the conditioning of our skin so it doesn't dry out and get cracked. Same thing with anything that is real leather. So like I said, I do that about once a month, but cleaning it I try to do on a regular basis.
At night, aligns all the shady features in all our empty worlds. Behind the scene, they're picking up the pieces of all broken hearts. But I believe in coloring the world, gotta holler to be heard in time. We can fight back, ready to go right back to the sky.
All right, so talking about catching cute things on camera sometimes, here in a second you are going to see little Minnie deciding that she is going to attack the big bad vacuum. She is such a sweet dog and she is so playful. I absolutely love having her around. We've never had small dogs, so getting her was definitely a change, but I think everyone in the family really enjoys having that little puppy that just snuggles compared to like Bailey, our big giant dog, who he would snuggle just like Minnie, but being 180 pounds or so makes it a little bit more difficult. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, sharing your guys' submission video or photos of your Christmas display. If you want to see your Christmas at the end of one of my videos, just send it over on Instagram. I will be sharing your guys' Christmas all throughout the holiday season at the end of the videos. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Tonight I wanna hide away, and I can feel us flowing to the sky, to the moon, and making my skyline brand new. You, oh.